Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports picker here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. How about Saturday, June 14th, Major League Baseball slate. If you got a chance to watch Friday games, wow. Braves gave everybody a heart attack, and then finally the Sticks woke up against the Rockies bullpen to get a win. Angels scored a donut. There was rain delays everywhere. Cubs lose 2-1 in extras. Again, and it wasn't against Skeens. They knocked Skeens out in 5 innings. Dansby Swanson once again figures out a way to jack everything up. Ian Happ getting thrown out at home by 30 feet at least. A lot of stupid shit in that game for the Cubs. They ran themselves into a bunch of outs. They ended up costing them the game, and they couldn't do nothing in the 10th inning once the Pirates did score. Orioles actually had a shutout. Go figure that one. Giants with the big win. A's with the big win. 2 of the 3 dogs we liked yesterday came in with the Giants and the A's as the Royals continue to struggle with the bats. And I don't know what the Dodgers are doing, to be really honest. Yamamoto gives up another grand slam. How many? That's at least 2 so far this year from one of the better pitchers in the National League. But that being said, it's another day of baseball, right? If you're new to our show, first of all, welcome. We love to have you on. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. We'll get started with that. We'll have picks throughout the card, but all of our picks that we play are going to be in those 4 games with those teams there. Fade or follow, over, unders, and all that kind of jazz. So 1:10 Eastern time. We've got got a couple games going on, don't we? Marlins and National, 1:05 Eastern time. Game not on the board on some books. Let's see if we can find it here on a different book. Nothing posted as of yet. So as we're recording this, the game's over, but not posted yet. But we can find something here. Marlins and the Nationals. Gibson for the Marlins against Trevor Williams for the Nationals here. So this is normally fade Trevor Williams day, as he can't normally go more than 5 innings and normally gives up a minimum of 3 runs when doing it. Gibson for the Marlins is actually, the ERA is pretty deceptive. 1-3 record as well. Marlins had a big lot of runs scored on Friday's game after the rain delay. We'll take the Marlins here plus a half a run front 5. Marlins money line front 5. Like to focus on the front 5 if possible here, as the Marlins bullpen's a little wonky, but a lot of options there. Do like the Marlins early in that game, especially. Next game up, 1:10 Eastern time. Tigers and the Reds. Brady Singer, Jack Flaherty. Tigers about $1.70 favorite. Total at 7.5. Tigers opened up the whooping stick on Friday night against that Reds. The Reds bullpen, they'll give it up as well all over the place. Like Flaherty in this spot. Don't know about how many runs the Tigers are going to score. They should be able to score off of Singer, but the question's been, can they score 2 days in a row? I've seen them multiple times. They'll put up a big number, and then all of a sudden they'll follow up the next 3 days and can barely scratch out 2. But we do like the Tigers in this spot. Money line front 5, money line for the game. You can even play a minus a half a run first 5 innings and hope they score at least 1. Do like the Reds under their team total. So if you can catch the Reds at 3.5, I'd play that as well. I don't know if they're going to be doing a lot of scoring here in that Tigers game. Next game up, our beloved Cubs and the Pirates. 2 1-run games to start off the 2 games to start the series. Burrows and Boyd here. So Cubs finally get to face a right-hander for a minute till he gets pulled, and then somebody else is in the game, right? Cubs are a $2.30 favorite here with Boyd. Boyd has pitched well. Now, he's had a couple spots. The last game, he went deep into the game but didn't strike nearly anybody out. He had a game where he gave up 4 runs in the first. But other than that, he's been really steady. Like, you can pencil him in for 6 innings. You can pencil him in for maybe giving up 1 run and 6 strikeouts. And that Pirates offense doesn't offer a lot of challenge either, especially left-hander. Makes O'Neal Cruz and Brian Reynolds hit from the other side on that one as well. I love the Cubs' chances here. Let's give you all the picks, as there's a ton of them here, as you would assume, as we do like this Cubs game quite a bit. So Cubs money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Cubs over the team total. Cubs minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Boyd over 17.5 outs, under 2.5 earned runs. And then we've got 2 hitters, same hitters we took yesterday. I wasn't too shabby with them. So PCA and Tucker, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up. Oh, Lord have mercy. As we continue to hit the wrong button. Then we get to 4:05 Eastern time games. So a couple hours or so difference there. Angels with Tyler Anderson against the Orioles and Sagano in that one. Angels are a dog again after scoring a donut. I don't know how they didn't score on Charlie Morton. They had opportunities all over the place again. They hit into some monster double plays that just killed the innings. Sagano versus Anderson, left-hander for the Angels going. His numbers don't look bad, but he seems to always be a day late and a dollar short somewhat. And to be really honest, I think the Angels have got to hit today. I don't see how they don't hit here. Total's at 9.5. We had the Angels yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out. We're going back to the well again today at plus money. Angels money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Angels over their team total. Angels money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. And then 6 picks apiece for 2 batters. Nito and Trout one more time. I honestly don't know how Nito didn't get a hit. I'm still in shock by that game. So home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, another 4:05 Eastern time frame game. Why not? Blue Jays, Phillies. Phillies went 8-0, game 1. Woo-wee. Right? Where did the Toronto's bat all of his? If they needed a day off, just like schedule the day off. No reason to. That was ridiculous for the Blue Jays. We got Francis, who leads the league in giving up homers, versus Sanchez, and you're talking about a Phillies team that relies on the home run ball to score. That's going to fit right really nicely into what they like to do. So Phillies minus a half a run from 5. Phillies money line from 5, either one. We like Phillies money line for the game. We also like over 4.5 from 5, over 8.5 for the game. And then also Phillies over their team total. So a lot of different action you can throw down on that one there. Next game up is also a 1:05 start. We've got the Tigers and, not the Tigers. What the hell's wrong with me? How about the White Sox and the Rangers? So Rangers, DeGrom going. So strikeout ball started to pick up in the last one against Vessel. This is a bullpen game for the White Sox. Rangers do get a 3-2 win. First game of the series. A little too close for comfort, especially since they're a $3.90 favorite here on Saturday. I like the Rangers to win. There is no way on God's green earth we can play them almost minus $4, right? If they were a team that was 10 games over 500 or something that had a little bit more consistency, sure. But not with a team that's struggling to get to 500. So we got to break this down a couple of different ways. Rangers over their team total, probably going to be 4.5. I'm assuming the White Sox are 2.5. Haven't looked at that exactly. Rangers minus 1.5 runs first 5 innings in that one as well. That's about all the plays we can come up with there. You can play some player props as well. Josh Smith, if you can get him at 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs as well, he's leading off and playing well. 4:10 Eastern time, then we got more games. A's and the Royals. So A's dominated that game till late, made it 6-4. A's still get the win. Lorenzen's going for the Royals. Okay, and they're a $1.50 favorite. 9.5 is the total. We would love, Lopez has struggled a little bit, so we would love to play the over here. The issue is going to be that Royals offense. Even against bad pitching, they have a hard time scratching out runs. So we can't play the over for the game. We are going to play the A's, though. We like them again. We'll go back to back here. A's money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5. Those are all on the run line. A's over team total. A's money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Rooker, Butler, Wilson. Thank God Wilson's back. He makes baseball a little bit more exciting. Same 6 picks apiece for all 3 hitters. Home run double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Next game up on the board, as we are just flying through, Rays and the Mets. Also 4:10 Eastern time. So the Mets got stung. Bullpen gave up a 5 spot, and that was basically the end of the game, right? Mets couldn't recover. That was shameful, to put it to you that way. Let's see here. Miguel going to versus Rasmussen here, and I'll be honest with you, the Mets are in trouble in this one. So Rasmussen does not strike a lot of people out at all, but he is excellent at getting guys out, hitting, pitching to contact. Call it what you want, but he is excellent at getting guys off tilt where they're not getting the sweet spot on the bat in this one. So we're going to continue to ride with Rasmussen at plus money here for the Rays. Money line first 5 innings. Money line first 3 innings for the Rays. Let's see. Also, Mets under, if it's 4.5 team total, Mets under 4.5. More than likely, probably going to be 3.5. We like him much better than Miguel in that matchup. Next game up, also 4:10 Eastern time, Twins and the Stros. I love this pitching matchup. We told you it was going to be a barn burner scoring game in game 1. Expect game 2 to be the complete opposite in this one here. So we've got Joe Ryan for the Twins, Hunter Brown for the Stros. Who's going to strike out more? Who's going to get more outs? And Stros are barely favored in this one with Hunter Brown. In my opinion, if it wasn't for Scooble, would probably be top of your Cy Young for that division there. Like the Stros in this spot, but the one thing we like even better is Hunter Brown 6 or 7 plus Ks, Joe Ryan 6 or 7 plus Ks, under 3.5 runs first 3 innings. Under 3.5 runs first 5 innings, under 7 for the game. I think if you focus a lot of under first 3 and 5, that's where you're going to be a lot more profitable than maybe allowing the bullpens. But definitely like this one to be a pitching matchup. Should be the pitching matchup of the day for sure in that one. Next game up, Cardinals. Brewers. I cannot talk today. I apologize, guys, for everybody watching on the show. Cardinals Brewers, also another 4:10 Eastern time game, as half the slate is going off at that time. Paliente versus Quintana. Brewers do get the win game 1 in a low-scoring game. Here's the deal here. Brewers have Quintana, the left-hander, going. Cardinals typically can't hit left-handers. The only exemption to that has been against the Royals in a doubleheader, but they only won one of them. So Brewers only being a $1.20 favorite, I think you're getting a little bit of a steal here. Brewers money line first 5 innings. Brewers money line for the game in that one as well. Cardinals under 3.5 team total would be another excellent way to play this. And the last game at the 4:10 Eastern time, Strider and the Braves hosting the Rockies again at Dolander. So Strider has given up quite a few runs every start, right? Hate to say it, we all love Spencer Strider. He's made us a lot of money in the past, but he is 0-5 with the ERA at 5.5, pretty much. Dolander 2-6 with the 7 ERA. So what's got to give? It was a 12-4 game or something like that after the Braves opened it up, and totals at 9 in this one. To me, this is another one of those games. You can't play the money line at 330. And people will be like, and people don't even look at this in a parlay. You barely get any value by adding them, right? It's like adding Alabama, money line when they're 35-point favorite. There's no value there. But we do like the over, so over 4.5 runs, first 5 innings, over 9 for the game. If you can catch first 3 at 2.5 and first 7 innings at 6.5, I'd take all those as well. Think a lot of opportunities for some runs. Braves over team total. And I would stay away from Strider strikeouts, as he's still on a pitch count, folks. Just keep that in mind on that one there. Next game up. Man, we talked about all those 4:10 games. Now we get to the 7 o'clock Eastern games. We've got, 2 of them, and then a 9 and a 10. So we'll get started. Padres D-backs. So once again, the Padres play a starting pitcher and a bullpen that are god awful, and they score one frickin' run. Does anybody understand why we don't like the Padres? They make no sense. None at all. Burgett going against Zach Gallen. Here's your thing. Zach Gallen has an ERA at home that's close to like 3,000. He has sucked at home all season long. Road, he's been all right. But at home, it's been god awful. You're getting plus money with the Padres today. I hate taking them. Total's at 9.5. This should be a score fest. So I would look at over 4.5 first 5 innings, over 9.5 for the game. Also, I'd take the Padres money line first 5 innings, Padres money line for the game, and you should smash Gallen. If you don't, this is another one of those things they're going to say. Here's the thing. The Padres is so reliant upon the home run ball to score any damn runs, it seems like, or somebody walking in a run on the other side. This is the reason why they are what they are. But Ryan Nelson in that bullpen yesterday, and you got one run. You know, we were mad at the Angels for not scoring against the Orioles, but the Angels don't have near the firepower that the Padres do. Not even close. So Padres, play like you're supposed to. Score some runs like you're supposed to. Help out all the people that are backing you for the day. And make the plus money come in. Next game up. 7:15 Eastern time. We told you this one yesterday with Crochet and Yarborough was going under. It went way under. What was it, 2-1? And a total of 8.5. One of the easier cakes of the day. We just had to make sure they didn't go like 15 innings and tie each other a bunch in the extras. Rodon versus Dobbins in this one. This one, to me, does definitely tote to the Yankees side here. We told you Red Sox under yesterday and Crochet. He pitched well. Dobbins has not necessarily been that strong. Rodon, another left-hander going against the Red Sox. They seem to catch the two left-handers in a row. That's not good for their hitting, as they are so left-handed dominant, especially with Duran and Devers at the start of the lineup. I love Rob Refsnyder. I wish the Cubs could grab him, as he's their left-handed specialist. He's hitting as a righty, but he's one guy in a team of 9. So unless he's hitting 3 home runs for the day, which ain't going to happen every time you face a lefty, they run into some issues here. Yankees, money line from 5. Yankees, money line for the game. And I'll be really honest with you again. I expect the Red Sox to go under their team total in this one here. Next game up, 9:40 Eastern time. I don't know what to do with this game again. It's the Guardians and the Mariners. So the Guardians were cruising along, 2-0. Then it's 2-2. Then all of a sudden the Mariners explode and it's 7-2. The Mariners, I'm telling you right now, like if the A's can play ball like they should be able to play ball, the Mariners are going to finish last in this division before it's all said and done. The good news is the A's have had a couple monster losing streaks, which is going to help the Mariners stay out of last place. But disappointing offense. They've got the league leader in home runs in Cal Riley, and they still can't normally score. For some reason, they did yesterday. And they scored against the Cleveland bullpen, which a lot of times can be stingy. Mariners are $1.30 favorite with Kirby on the mound versus Bibby. Under 3.5 runs the first 5 innings. I would not play the total. I'd like not a lot of scoring early and the bullpens to give a bunch of crap up. This is the perfect, what we call perfect live picking game. As normally, the team gets down a run, maybe take the other side at plus 1.5. But I expect both bullpens. The Mariners bullpen for traits for the season is god-awful, and the Cleveland one's good. Yesterday, it was complete opposite day. I guess maybe Friday the 13th snuck in on one game there. But we do like under 3.5 total runs, first 5 innings in that one. And the rest of the game, just good luck. It's the only way I can come up with it. I mean, the Guardians, unfortunately, can't score enough. But if you wanted to sprinkle a little bit on their money line, wouldn't blame you either. Then we get to the final game of the slate. Giants, Dodgers. Rout versus Kershaw. And, of course, that Kershaw name's going to bring big juice with it, even though the Giants win 6-2 on Friday night. And Giants, once again, are about a plus 150. The Dodgers are basically minus $1.80, puts the Giants at plus 150, roughly around there. Total at 9. Rout's actually, if you look at his numbers, his runs have actually been down. I mean, not that bad the last 3 or 4 games. Kershaw has been a little hit or miss, but This is one of those games I don't think is could be 5-1, 5-2, 4-3, 4-2. Low scoring game, fits into the Giants' wheelhouse. The Dodgers I would not call spectacular at low scoring games. Kind of like the Royals, kind of like the Cubs. They do well, obviously, when they're putting up the bigger number. But Rob's pitched well. Kershaw, a little bit. We'll give you all the picks we've got in this one. Giants money line. And then on the run line, we're going to play +1.5, -1.5, and -2.5. Giants over the team total. Giants money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Then we're going back just one batter again in this one because both of these teams are way too damn confusing, which is Helio Ramos, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. All right, that's a slate of 15 there. We're also going to, so if you want to see all of our picks, you can. By doing so, just click on our Google Sheet, which is going to be located on our TikTok channel page, as well as our YouTube channel page, and the end of every episode on YouTube. Once you click on that, go to the Baseball 2025 tab, as we've got multiple seasons for multiple sports on there. And then scroll down to June 14th, be able to see all of our picks, what juice they were at, units, and also book play stats, so you can check all that out. Do you like the content you're seeing here and want to see some more? All you have to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on, or make life simple for yourself. Turn on the notifications for that social media platform, and you'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know we dropped a new episode of Bets. All right, here we go. So, money line favorites out of everything, and over-under favorites, as everybody always asks. We try to sneak it into the show to make sure people are paying attention instead of just asking questions. All right, so for money line, Tigers, Cubs, Rangers, Brewers, Rays, Padres, Yankees. Those would be our favorite money line plays. Totals. Angels, Orioles, no, I'm sorry. Let's get away that one. I'm sorry. Blue Jays, Phillies, over 8.5. Rockies, Braves, over 9. Cardinals, Brewers, under 8. Twins, Stros, under 7. Rays, Mets, under 7.5. And Yankees, Red Sox, under 8.5. Probably be the last one there. And Giants, Dodgers, more than likely under 9. So those are money line plays and your over-under plays. So therefore, you don't have to sit there and ask the question 75 times in the comment section. Also, in the comment section, if you could do me a favor, please read to see if there's any comments that match up with what you were going to ask before. We are trying to keep the spam out, especially if you're watching us on TikTok. There is so many bots and spammers on there, my friends. I'm trying to keep the spam out so that way you guys don't get followed. And there is a lot of people trying to claim their sports bets for free on our channel and try to ask you for money. We will not ask for money up front. I might ask you to subscribe to get on our Discord, but I will not tell you just pay me for picks. It's not what we do. We do have a paid Discord channel, but we're not going to straight up telling you got to give us money for picks. We don't do that. And also, if you ever hear the word lock or sell, that is not us. We will never guarantee you a lock. Everything, life's a gamble, and so are sports. So just keep that in mind. I do apologize about all the spam and bots. We report it constantly to TikTok. They don't do anything about it. I can block them. That's all I can do after the fact. But just to give you guys a heads up, we do block. Today alone, we blocked over 70 bots and spammers. It's a lot of work. We try to keep it clean for you guys. We want you all to enjoy the channel and enjoy our episodes without getting harassed, unless it's harassed by us, right? On that one there. Also, private Discord channel, which I mentioned, is available to all of you out there. This is the last month of the introductory pricing. It is available. You have to subscribe to us through TikTok. Once you do, we will send you the Discord invite. If for some reason you can't subscribe through TikTok, let us know. We'll be more than happy to find alternate arrangements. This is the last month of the introductory pricing. July 1st, it's probably going to be 10 times as much to get on. Reason being is we're giving you way too much for what we're asking for price-wise. It's a lot of work. Not only do you get all our picks early, you get bonus picks all over the place. You get a community of a couple hundred members right now that are all love the same thing you do. It's the best entertainment money you're going to spend all month long. Not only that, with getting everything early and getting the bonus, a lot of time, more times than not, it's going to save you money and make you money. What more could you want than possibly that? All right, we do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.